So I believe this is winners finals. It'll be Squish versus Trill. Yeah, sick. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this because there's some combos that I so so my goal for or when I promised myself if UNIST made Evo that I'd learn good UNIST or good Akatsuki combos because I mostly played Akatsuki and I just did really shitty combos because I just enjoyed playing him in his tool set. But now I'm learning good combos. And I'll be watching to see how he approaches this. Because this matchup, you have to imagine, it's a lot about trying to stay in and get around, get into his range where he can't start 16 you away for free, right? So you just got to worry about that, and you got to deal with Ozzy properly. So it's like very patient. But once you get in, you have to get in, stay in, and then make a hard read on maybe like a force function as a defensive option, or try his best to, I would say, keep the stagger pressure heavy enough to keep him from just being able to summon Ozzy, stuff like that. Yeah, there's the 6C. So if I recall correctly, 6C is like negative 16. I'm going to look it up real quick. There we go. Because I need to remember. 15. It's negative 15. But I actually don't know if Akatsuki has a good punish for it. So that'll be good to note. That'll be good to see. That's one of the things I'm looking to. Because like 6C is like his big, like, push you away, counter hit combo starter, get you like a bunch of reward. And if you don't, if Akatsuki can't deal with it, it's like very similar to like Geese not being able to punish Death Fist. It's like, it's just you're going to have to space it out so well. So that's like something I'm looking forward to watching. Yeah, 6C. And the thing is that 6C, especially for especially like 6C is like it pushes him full screen, so it's like Akatsuki has to do the same thing over again. He has to get back in on this character. But man, I like how Squish just went in, right? So a couple shields later, he starts going for concentration because two really well-timed shields from Squish basically won him the Grid War. So I think he expected this, and then he decides to go dash in. And then, the big grid break. Uh-huh. Very nice. Pick it up. Uh-huh. Shh, 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 shh. Yeah, I wonder why he spent the meter here. So I actually want to look back real quick. First, I want to look at this combo. I haven't done this combo yet. So what did he do? He did grid break, and then close C6C. And then a little walk forward to 2C into 6B. Okay, this makes sense. I actually didn't know that 2B6 in that situation 2C 6B worked out. So this is good because you get a good combo off this. Very nice. Uh-huh. Bitatsu. And then you decide to end this with meter. I don't know why. Because like in actuality, what he might have been able to do in this situation instead of end with meter is that he could have done fireball, dash up, and then he could have done BCA and then air throw here. And then he would have maybe been able to win. But you know, I'm not quite sure. Unsure OW. Thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm surprised because I feel like he could have won grid if he just did air throw into concentration, or even just let this what's it called? Just did regular Bitatsu combo. Instead, he goes for this combo. And remember, whenever you change shift in a combo, you're not able to play with the grid meter until you finish the combo. So because he goes for this Bitatsu and then chain shift, you look at the entire time he's playing here, he is unable to gain grid. So that's why I'm surprised with the what's it called? The EX Tatsu afterwards. Yeah, and he puts himself in the corner. This really sucks. This is fucked up. I really need to ask about this input because it's so funky. I think it's like you input Aussie chain shift, but I'm not sure. That's crazy. And it makes it come out during the freeze or come out almost immediately, or you input them at the same time. I have no clue. Anyway, so we get this tech, right? He gets tech, he gets a couple grid blocks. I'm surprised we don't see a chain shift from Trill to try to keep the corner. I think maybe that's why he went for a very non-committal far B. But yeah, it also got rid of Ozzy. Yeah, he's right. Confirm. It's mega cheap. I need to figure out how that actually works. Oof. Yeah. Parried out of it after chain shift. Good D. Oh, the grid break. Or the warp roll. And the reason why he does... I mean, sorry, veil off. The reason why he does veil off here is because he look at the timing of the grid. He's going to break grid. He knows he's not going to win it if he gets aggressed on. And then if he's in VO, he can definitely super. Oh, no, he didn't do it in time. So VO, supers and VO take a third of your VO time, veil off time. So he probably wanted to do super into IW because as long as you have any time of veil off, you can do a super. But it takes a third or the remaining. He needs the last hit, though. He's got chain shift, so he can do something dirty. Yeah. Oof. Did he have CS at the end? Oh, he totally did. I think he didn't recognize, or even in that situation, you just gained it. I think we probably wanted to use it in some like Bitatsu mix-up situation. I'm surprised Squish did decide to CS there and see what's happening. Maybe get a GXCC or Bitatsu. I mean, I guess you never expect to lose, right? Oof. Counterpoked. Yeah, drop the ender. Oh, no trade. Neither's favor. But he wins Vorpal. That's so big. Nice. Yeah, it looks like that Akatsuki doesn't have a punish for 6C. That sucks ass. That almost fundamentally makes this a poor matchup. 6C is so rewarding for him when he gets the hit. Reverse B. He's trying to chase him down. 6C, yeah, see. And the Vorpal was really good. Obviously, he like... You see he goes for this block string right here. He backs up. And then goes for... what's that called? He goes for concentration and forces him in. Because he wants... Because as soon as he gets out here... He loses the concentration war, and then he's like, oh, crap, I have to go in. 6C. Yeah, big throw tech. Last one hit. Ooh. I think he was looking for something smaller. Most characters can't punish it in ST? That sucks. I think Squish 5B Trill for it once at super close. Man, that's fucking whack. It just pushes you so far back, right? It's like it's impossible to like deal with it. Well, it's not impossible, but I mean, like, it's just a pain in the ass. Anyway, how's it going, Ioane? Hope you're doing well, man. super to end. And then, yeah, there you go. What the hell just happened? I want to look at the Vorpal game real quick. So he ends with super, sends in full screen, and then starts concentrating. Right? So concentrating, forcing Squish to come in. He's dashing in. And then that, oh, that's what it was. That first big shield basically won that Vorpal for him. That was really smart. It's hard to shield the first hit of things, but that was really good. Mm-hmm. Oh, I wonder why he dropped the combo. He just missed the timing on the 2C. Veil off again. He's going to win Vorpal. Oh. Oh man, that's whack. Okay, so there's been a couple times now that Trill has had very well timed veil offs. And considering it's chaos, that's like one of his few ways for him to get Squish off him, right? Other than risking a force function. But I believe they've played before, and Squish has shown expertise in like dealing with force function very well. So I think that's why he's not going for it. Also, secondly, if it's force function, you don't want to spend your grid on that if you don't have to. But the second thing is that he's been spending his VOs at like the exact time, right? The perfect time in which he breaks grid and wins Vorpal so that he can have another cycle of winning Vorpal. So it's like it's two-pronged, right? He wins Vorpal and he gets Squish away from him. Wonder what that EX Fireball was for. Maybe just to waste time. Maybe try to force something, because I think he does EX Fireball and then he does backdash here, right? Wait, I think it was earlier. Because at this point, this is like a Bitatsu IW away from almost winning, if not very close. So it's like, I'm surprised he spent this meter. Oy. That sucks. I think so too. Trill needs to stop memeing. That was nice. That was nice. Ozzy is obviously putting in a lot of work. It's a great character. Oh, another grid break the same way. Dropped the combo. A little bit too much of a delay on that Farsi. Pick it up. So this isn't a bad situation. Remember we were talking about a second ago where the Bitatsu into chain shift before basically almost lost him the grid war in that one situation in the first game. This is not so bad because he just got grid broken, but he got grid broken with no grid. So not only can he not gain any grid at this point, well, not much, that the grid war afterwards, especially you see what time it was in the cycle, it's going to be worth doing. So it goes for the combo, concentrates slightly, force function out. So that's like the only problem, right? Is that in that situation he force functioned out, and it's like you have to sort of think about the afterwards risk reward, right? Not the current risk reward. I get the force function out. Yeah, cool. That's dope. But I'm going to have to spend grid blocks for it, and we're almost the cycle out, so I'm almost going to lose it for sure unless I get a big shield or something like that. Or a throw or whatever. And I'm gonna give him Vorpal, but I'm out of the corner. And I'm chaos, so being out of the corner is very nice. Chain shift. Yeah, so that's why I ultimately thought that might have been a problem. Drop the combo. I mean, it's still technically a problem because he should have lost to that, but at the same time, you know.
See, everyone, your favorite Akatsuki player also does beat Tatsu with neutral, but only when he has resources. Alright, good parry.
Backs up. You see that the way I really like the way that Squish approaches this matchup. He either makes it apparent that he is going to back up and then play around the Vorpal game, in which Trill decides that he wants to force him in, right? Easy Duster. Hey, man. How's it going? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. He makes it obvious that he wants to play neutral around Vorpal, right? So he's saying full screen, right? He's saying full screen. He's trying to make it easy on himself, not trying to go in and forcing himself in onto a chaos, which is always just asking you to get run into a 6C. So once he does that, Trill is forced to concentrate, right? He's forced to make Squish do something. I can't believe he got him out of the air with Bitatsu. What a hard read on the jump back. That's godlike. I don't know if you can do IW off that. Chain shift. Oh. I want to see why he chain shift here. Because he chain shifts, he has 200% meter. I think he tried to out footsie him with it. I think he knew something was going to happen here. I'm not quite sure. It's never the worst idea to just chain shift in neutral and try to see what happens, because you almost force the opponent to block. But that wasn't a bad idea. What a shield, though. Look at the shield. So important. On the stagger pressure, too. But look. Oh, he got the hit. So the shield gives him enough grid to work with, right? But he was in perfect range. Ugh. How do you confirm this button? That looks like 2B. So it'd be 2B. Do you third strike him? Do you one hit confirm into IW? I would definitely feel myself if I did, though. Yeah, I actually don't know. Because I think 6C might be hard to confirm. It might be too much to ask a Akatsuki player to commit 6C into this without Vorpal. Because if this doesn't hit, then you're dead, right? But I guess you stand in that range because you want to, right? You do. I think he did this on purpose. I think he does this string on purpose because it puts him at a great range for 2B. Because he does 2B after and it works out, right? That might be on purpose. And if it's not on purpose, I'm just going to take note of it. What was it? It was 2AA, 2B, 2AA, 2B, 2C Tatsu, and then 2B right afterwards. I might lab that. That sounds like something he set up on purpose. But it's good to know. Oh. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. Sir. All right. Right here. So the shield on the fireball, he just takes the free grid, right? No big deal. He goes for the concentrate because he's recognizing that the grid war is still possible, but outside of range. He accidentally gets put himself back towards the corner, which was probably the big loss here. I think if you consider like one thing that was like the mistake here, I think this would have been it. Because he could have after this, boom, 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 fireball. In this situation right here, he probably could have stayed instead of trying to assault in. But there was a good shield, so you negate some of the block stun, and then he dashes under. And I think that's what's ultimately kills him, because what happens afterwards is that he gets in the corner, right? And then he starts getting pressured, goes for the mix up here on this on the jump in assault, or on the assaults. He goes in for the mix up. Cancel or he does beat Tatsu this time, but the force function, like, I don't know how much it is, but he loses it on the force function, which really sucks. Word to confirm? That was sick. Double overhead. Yep. I think that's the first throw in neutral. Wins Vorpal again. I think this is what makes me a big fan of Squish, is that his thought process around grid goes beyond, like, it doesn't start like here. It starts here. So the reason why I say that is because after 6C gets blocked, he goes for Bitatsu and then goes for the mix-up, right? At this situation, he's recognizing, I'm going to lose Vorpal if I don't do something right now. So he goes for the Assault B again because he wants to try to grid break. Because Trill has shown before that he is willing to down shield. So he's going for the grid break here, right? Doesn't happen. More stagger pressure, goes into the throw. And then the throw afterwards is, or the throw is what basically secures it, right? Gets the throw, he back techs, and remember, moving backwards or back teching or anything like that makes you lose grid. He goes straight into concentrate because it's very close. And he goes for 6C because he doesn't have super. And it's outside of range. He wins. I think that sort of like ability, like, you have to think that he thought of that ahead. And I think that's really impressive. Bitatsu? Ooh, Bitatsu! What a hero. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, for some reason, IW drops in that range. It drops off that combo. I have no clue. I have to ask somebody about that. But it drops. So he does the double super instead. Oh, hey, you know what? I was actually struggling with this combo. Hold on. He goes dash up. He does dash up close B instead of 6-6B. And I fucking hate running inputs. Or dash inputs. So he does run up close B and then close C and then jump neutral jump BC. I kind of like that way more. And then he goes for the fireball super afterwards because this gives him 2-2C. Yes. I don't know why everybody wants to be in the UNIST community. They're just all a bunch of memers. They're just memeing. Word? Mm-hmm. Nice. Very, very nice. This is all very impressive. So, let's recap on that. That was a very, very interesting first Vorpal cycle. So, run up throw, right? That was cool. And then he's able to get the hit afterwards. Or, actually, I'm too far back. Run up throw. And then he's able to get the combo afterwards, right? Gets the combo. He techs forward to make sure he's not losing grid. Remember, you're invincible all the way down, and he doesn't mind being in Trill's face right now. Because look at where the grid meter is. You know what? This is in a really shitty spot for fucking UNIST, huh? You can't IW off that, Rob, because he's wall bounce and ground bounce. Not No, I appreciate it because I play Akatsuki. That's why I asked. Because through through just no. Fuck this. I'm just getting rid of this shit. Where is this? No, I appreciate it. Because I play Akatsuki, and when I was starting to lab better combos for him, I was like, oh yeah, you tack IW at the end of this, and it drops every single time. But it makes sense. That makes absolute sense. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Like, I knew why he double supered, but I didn't know the how do I say it? I didn't know the system mechanics on why he does why he had to do it, but I knew that he had to do it, if that makes any sense. Okay, really quick. So he gets a combo afterwards. Bum bum. And then I think Squish is very comfortable being in this situation, playing defensively. He plays Akatsuki. Of course he is. Or you have to be, I guess, if you're going to be one of the best players in the United States. So then he gets in his face, and then he starts shielding a couple of buttons because I think he's, like I was saying before, he's thinking about the grid game ahead. So a couple of pretty good shields later, I think Trill is now thinking, I need to win this. He gets the hit. He thought, oh, maybe I can grid break him. He goes for the throw, but Squish is ready for it because that's a very common thing to do. Tech hit, makes sure he wins it. I'm surprised he didn't assault late beat Tatsu. What an asshole. I'm surprised he didn't chain shift into a full combo. He would have gotten all this meter, which would have been about 100, so he would have had a great setup afterwards. Goes for the, uses it for the mix-up instead, but that was a really good shield on the A. So that was super good recognition, right? He shields it, so he negates some of the block stun, but he only goes for A, so there was very, very little block stun from the air normal, and that way he presses buttons afterwards. Very, very smart from Trill, or good recognition from Trill what the situation was happening. Because he went for the double overhead the first time, so Trill automatically thought beforehand that he thought, because this is not something you can react to just raw. You have to think about this like, oh, he might go for single overhead into a low or something like that. And he just reacted properly. Sends him full screen. Go for concentration immediately. Man, if I'm telling you anything, that the thing is that I'm being really impressed with is Squish shielding first hit blocks, the first hit of block strings, shielded. Like, this goes from a bad situation because he's concentrating, tech forward to make sure we don't lose grid blocks, and then immediate shield. Now I'm winning grid. Gets the throw, but it's not enough. He used force function for that mix-up, right? Gets the hit. I guess it doesn't matter at this point because he's about to win. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, okay. But you can see one of the cool things about how Squish plays is that he forces opponents through the use of the mechanics of the game. He uses grid to force people into doing things instead of letting them sit back. Because any character that just gets to sit back on Akatsuki means that he just has to go through so much to get in, right? Instead, he's using the defensive mechanics of the game in order to force the opponent. How's it going, Prograph? Hope you're doing well, man. Oof, the assaults. Ooh, pickup? Oh, that's such a hard pickup. So he hits, what was that, 2C close B? Byakuya is your man? I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it, man. He's super fun, right? It's just a character that just mauls you. Once you get the hit, get one hit, and you just roll through them. That shit is good feels. Absolutely. Anyway. I don't know how you finish this combo. I'm trying to think about how you do this combo. 2C. You might have to cut this combo way short. Because far B fireball is hard. So I'm thinking... the goal or the way to finish this combo off is that you do neutral jump BC, and then you do neutral jump 2C, and then you just finish with what's it called? An ender. I think that's the best way to finish that combo off. I think it'd be way more consistent at least. Sorry, I'm doing this as a as an exercise for myself as well, as an Akatsuki player. Okay. Tech. What a tech. Look at this shit. So we got a big shield, right? Big shield basically makes it so that that Squish is now having to think about the Vorpal game. But I think Trill might have gotten a bit too... It's very close. It's very close. Is it maybe too much to ask that he should have double shielded it? I'm not sure. He's already he knows the stand block. He knows the last hit of Bitatsu's overhead. I'm not sure. Yes, Ioane brings up a good point. One of his 5A is impressive. And you have to learn how to use his 5A well because all of his other buttons have such long startup. That's like one of your biggest weaknesses as a character. Oh, Serva, how's it going? I hope you're doing well this fine Wednesday. Appreciate you joining me. So that's why he wins Vorpal here. Big tech, Thero. I think it's hard to say that Trill should have stayed down backing in this situation, but I think it's just a nice throw tech read from Squish. Did he dash through Ozzy? Not really. Fail off. He made the read. For what it's worth. Oh, this is Tari? Hey, how's it going? Tari, I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you commentate. This is weird. Normally I listen to myself commentate because eventually I have myself listening. I'm listening to myself commentate because I do like my own match analysis over the games that I do. But now I'm listening to you. This is weird. This is weird, but it's also cool. Are you going? I'll be at the Unicaliber thing. It'll be a lot of fun. You're very smart, though. You bring up a lot of things that make me definitely like. I learned quite a bit just listening to you through the first time. Anyway, 6C punished. Oh, you're right. He did punish it with far B. Very nice. Oof. Yeah, he's gone for that maybe one too many times. What is this combo? Oh my god, I want to do this combo. This is so sick. Is he dead? He's so dead. Oh man. That was such a sick combo. That was so sick. I'm totally trying that out. Yo, 6C starter. Hold on, I have to analyze this. 6C starters like getting hit by electric in Tekken. It's like very similar. Just oh, I feel so bad. That punishes. Do you see? There's a raw Tatsu in this combo. Hold on. Where's the raw Tatsu? There's a raw Tatsu in this combo. And then close B, jump to C. Oh my god. Did he 5A VO CVO? He 5A CVO. That combo's so sick. That combo's way fucking cool.
That also did 6K.
This is why you play. This is why you play Akatsuki. You play Akatsuki to feel really good about yourself. That was a gold tech too.
That's so much damage. Alright, nice. Throw tech here from Squish, keeping himself alive, gets hit by the low.
Trill, yeah, there's a concentrate. Ooh, blocks the assault. Throw tech.
Wait.
Squish, keeping himself alive, gets hit by the low.
Throw. So we're thinking about Vorpal now, right? He goes for concentrate and he techs high. So I mean, I feel like that's how he ends this combo, right? Sends him way high so that you can concentrate a bit. Goes for assaults. And then big tech again. I think tech has lost. I think his tech has lost him a lot of Vorpal situations. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Tari. It's a 100 meter and having Vorpal.
Throw tech.
Wow, confirms that in the
Did he confirm jump B into B Tatsu? What a god. That's sick. What a great combo.
That barely hit.
That barely hit.
Doesn't get a land throw off the whip green shield.
Oi. On.
That barely hit.
Alright, goes for the mix up here. He goes straight low this time. Another great read from Trill.
Oh, he doesn't get a
So yeah, once you're in Veil Off, the reason why you go into Veil Off is because you get access to Infinite Worth, which is the 200 meter super. So as long as you have Veil Off meter, you're able to do your Infinite Worth, but your Infinite Worth will take up the entire will expend your Veil Off. Supers, however, here I'll go back to it so we have a good explanation of how this works. Okay.
But he just dashes through Ozzy.
actually gotten the punish.
So you see how much Veil Off he has? Supers will do a third or take a third of your Veil Off meter that is left or what's remaining, right? But Infinite Worths, which is the 200 meter super, will take up the rest of it. Sorry, there. Veil Off. Oh, does he not do super in this? Oh, he does super before. My bad. But you can see that the IW takes the Infinite Worth takes the rest of the Veil Off meter. It will finish you Veil Off. So Veil Off meter, what I mean by Veil Off meter is I mean this thing right here. If you can see where my cursor is. When you Veil Off, it turns into a ticking takes the rest of your meter and it turns it into a ticking meter that goes down over time.
Can we get a quick Squish OK hand?
There you go. So I will point it out if we have it happen again. I'm sure it will because it's very in the meta at the moment. If you spend a super during Veil Off, it'll take a third of your Veil Off. You need at least 100 to Veil Off. Yes. If you have a super will take a third of your Veil Off, but an Infinite Worth or an IW will take the rest of your Veil Off. No matter how much you have. You can have 200% and go straight into Veil Off and IW, it will take all of it.
He's feeling it though.
Yeah, this game is very system mechanic heavy in my opinion, but at the same time, it's what makes it really fun. Because the mechanics are very fun. Anyway, there's a big tech throw right here, so it kind of forces Trill to start getting aggressive again.
He should win Vorpal off this unless Trill, yeah, there's a concentrate. Oh, blocks it.
The amount of techs that has one Squish Veil Vorpal has been very, very impressive.
Throw tech. Wow. Confirms that into B-Tatsu. That barely hit.
Bitatsu, and this is where I'm getting very impressed with Trill, is that he's made the great read on Bitatsu mix-ups.
Oh, he doesn't get a land throw off the whipped ring shield. Gets hit by Ozzy.
Ooh, 6C.
All right, mix.
Wow, he won Vorpal still.
Hey.
Oh, he had to spend force function for the combo. Ugh, that sucks.
All right, mix.
Squish late text through the lizard here.
He just backs up afterwards. He knows he has Veil off, so he doesn't have to worry too much. Ozzy does the dirty work.
Wants it now. He's all the way in front, but he has full.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to have Vorpal for very long. Very nice. That was a very impressive sequence from Trill. Devil May Cry on my mind.
Oh my goodness, he got tagged once and now.
So that was great, right? He ends it with the super. He's willing to spend it because it takes him all the way to the corner, and then he's grounding him afterwards.
He has full.
And then gets the throw,
Oh, that's it.
and that'll be it.
Up that
Good stuff.
for once.
All right, so this is
Yeah.
looking a lot closer.
Persistence beats resistance. It's not only in Tekken.
I thought this was gonna be at best 3-1.
But Trill is taking it.
The squill. I didn't even notice myself that I actually made a couple name for that. That's pretty funny.
All right, 6C and also the Ozzy coming to protect himself. Backdash into the fire. Wow.
Do you get a combo off that? Oh my god, that's so sick. All right.
All right, 6C and also the Ozzy coming to protect himself.
A lot of stagger pressure, gets caught on the backdash with the fireball, and that's like already a pretty big loss, even after the shield right here. Oops, where is it?
I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was gonna be at. Ooh, all right, 6C and also the Ozzy coming to protect himself.
There you go. After the shield right here, he backdashes and he kind of loses a bit of that grid, and then he has to back up all the way after with the back tech. And then the trade with the dash C. Nice combo pickup.
All right, knockdown. Wow, thank you so much.
He's gonna confirm this? Oh, okay, perfect.
Knockdown. Wow, thank you so much.
He jumps out.
Yeah.
Side switch. Very nice.
Feels like he needs to do it now.
That is like
Put him back towards the corner. You have Vorp roll. Nice timing on the force function from Trill here. Does he shield before? He does shield before. Very nice. That gets him the timing or the frames to get out.
up forward jump fake trades again.
Trades with 6C, but
Can't run fast enough to confirm it though.
all things considered, he trades with 6C, but or dash C. I mean, but all things considered, not a big deal because you get out and you're already this low on life. So it's like, whatever.
Akatsuki can't run
Totally
fast
worth.
enough to confirm it though.
Bitatsu, he just wins Vorp roll, and that's gonna be it.
Get Vorpal, he still had beater to make that save anyway.
Good stuff.
Oh my goodness. He's just good at doing beat that's all.
He's just gonna be doing Bitatsu. That's all you gotta listen. All you kids gotta do is just play Akatsuki and just Bitatsu. You're overcomplicating it, playing difficult characters and playing people who have hard execution. You could just win with 2-1-4B.
All right. More pressure. You can see Squish trying to space himself
Yeah.
away from 6C.
Yes, you can see the spacing in which Squish is either going to try to approach or dash from. Since Akatsuki has a dash, he wants to start from here and then dash into here, which makes 6C a lot scarier to do.
More pressure. You can see Squish trying to space himself away from 6C.
So there you go. He goes for the double dash. He tries to get in that range.
Ozzy.
Very nice.
Got grid broken though. That really sucks.
But still in a pretty good spot here. Wow, he did the thing.
Oh, he did the thing.
Out before he hits it.
Right. So you're just like, oh, this is
So going through all this grid break has been really bad because he lost the last sequence.
Did the thing.
Or
CP, but still in a pretty
actually no, he spent shade shift as soon as possible after the grid break.
he did the thing.
So he wins this sequence. He's gonna win the next one.
See Ozzy come out before he hits it.
right. So you're just like, oh, this is okay. And you're like, no, that's not okay.
You just think, oh, he's CS, he's blocking.
Oof, trade. That sucks. Did he lose Ozzy in that trade? Oh, he did lose Ozzy in that trade. Okay.
Nope. Full confirm, but jumps back, tries to keep Squish in the corner.
6C chain shift. Another benefit of getting that grid break from a second ago. My word.
create.
Actually, drops it and gets Bitatsu.
Oh no, that's bad. That's like actually really bad.
Squish is gonna build enough time to get this CEO if he wants it.
I was smelling.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh no, took back.
Nice hit here from Trill.
Wow, that was so sick. I was actually thinking the same thing that Tari was thinking right now. Because now he's got Vorpal and he's got 200 meter. He has CVO, and we just saw him kill him in this health range.
I was smelling shield, but there it is. Oh no, took back.
Nice hit here from Trill.
Yeah, very, very nice.
It looked like he tried to medium his jump, but he missed and he got called out. Oh no. Trill on match point.
Smashing Tofu, thank you for the follow. Is that the Tofu? Is that the Tofu? Oh, that has to be the Tofu. Oh, that's good, homie.
Running across the screen, staying out of Akatsuki range.
Bitatsu up, makes it safe. Fireball. Wow, fills him in.
That 2A reach so far.
I honestly thought he was going to get counter focus. Oh no.
You know, I'm really impressed the amount of times that Squish is not afraid to just forward tech. And I know he's Akatsuki, but at the same time, like, you know, just being in chaos range kind of sucks. But I guess it's better than being out of chaos range, right? Or being outside of your own reach. Nah, man, it's cool. I appreciate that you even stopped by. Hope to see you tonight.
Ozzy with the nice hit here, keeping
He has Vorpal, though. He has Vorpal, so this is not the worst thing, although it's starting to suck.
Akatsuki does get Vorpal. I don't
Tech. Mix-ups.
just to keep himself safe. Misses the throw break attempt.
I think that was always a throw setup because he wants the corner.
Does it just to keep himself safe. Misses the throw break attempt. Or the guard crush throw.
Wait, he got TRM.
He got TRM'd.
Squish is almost last chance here.
That sucks.
Doesn't get the dash up throw.
Yeah, okay. Got the hit.
Alright, last chance here.
I want to see how he won Vorpal in this situation.
Safe. Misses the throw break attempt. Or the guard crush throw.
What happened?
Self safe. Misses the throw.
So he moves forward, right?
Or the guard crush throw.
Oh my god, the tech. Look at the timing on the throw. Just frame perfect for him to win Vorpal. That's so big, right? And especially in a defensive position where you're trying to close out the round, close out the set.
Almost last.
That was huge.
Doesn't get the dash up throw.
Gets the
Oh my god. Put him back towards the corner.
and that's it. Trill does it again.
So that kind of just blows up.
That's fucked up.
Wake up, Lizard CS, block the ADP.
That's cheap. That's actually cheap.
That is a ridiculously strong technique.
That is a mad strong technique. That's fucked up.